And we are back. And we were picking load for our secret mission to go and blow up a bridge.
Woo! I'm just going with a normal load.
I'm going for 6, a heavy load, because I want to be able to have armor and 4 pistols and then room for something else.
Yeah, ID is also conspicuously laden with alchemicals and blowing up C4.
Well, I was going to say,
bandoliers of fire oil, etc.
Yeah.
Are you carrying this on your person? Your explosives on your person, or do you have like something to like a? Because it's like, if it's not being carried in like a cart or something, then it needs to be considered as load.
Yeah, I'm just looking up how demolition gear is defined, because that might cover
that is probably what we want.
Not really. Demolition tools is like crowbars and shit.
Right. I'm imagining they would be like, so I mean, it has to be pretty big for it to take down the whole bridge, right? Or
Big,
I was thinking,
or well placed, right? You're gonna have
Yeah.
to, like, this is the thing that I was saying, is that placing it is going to be one of the most important things.
yeah, I imagine I would be spreading, like each of us has different points, like maybe there are like 2 or 3 points that we're trying to place these explosives down in. So it might be shared amongst the group a little bit in terms of where exactly it needs to be placed. So yeah, so it's kind of like, I wouldn't think it's in one big cart. I think it's probably cool if we carried them. But what do you guys think about that?
So I think that's 2 load each if you're carrying them.
That works for me.
That sounds reasonable. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Adi, you can have 3 bombs.
I can carry
your bandolier
yeah.
to hold 3 alchemical agents or sparkcraft bombs.
Wow.
Grenades.
And large bomb is listed on the
Of course.
Oh.
list of things.
Mhm.
So you can have 3 large bombs for 1 load.
That's pretty
would be
convenient.
That yeah.
Actually, no, sorry, you can have 3 grenades.
Okay.
You would need a special advance to have
The large bombs.
the large bombs.
So yeah, I think like 1 bandolier is 1 bomb, so maybe we'll need 2 load each would be like more than enough to blow up the entire bridge.
So before your mission, I'm going to ask. I think we need to do something like I think we need to like tinker. I suppose we roll that later, don't we? Like the
It's a
quality of the
flashback,
bomb. That's the
right?
flashback, is to roll up the quality for the quality of the bombs. Okay, cool.
For now, all we know is we have bomb-shaped objects strapped to our bodies.
Yep.
How
excellent.
well will they
It may,
work?
in fact,
Who
not
knows?
be bombs. Who knows?
Adi certifies that they won't explode just randomly, that you are all safe.
Yep.
And so we were saying 1 each, Ash? 2 each?
2 each. Yep.
Right, 2
If you want to be able to blow up if you want to be able to like sink the bridge.
bombs for the bridge. And I'm carrying them. Yeah. Bombs.
All right. So,
Nice.
let's do our engagement roll.
Fuck yeah.
So 1 for luck.
Yep.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Is it particularly complex or contingent on many factors?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I don't really think so. Put the bombs in some bots. Hope for the best.
Yeah, if we wanted the version of this that was like, and we have arranged some kind of elaborate ticky countdown mechanism, and right, like that would be, but like it's just like I am gonna just shoot a thing that's flammable from the other side of the bridge or something.
The complexity is if this is in fact going to convince them to not go
Yeah, and I
after
don't think
Tessa.
that's required for the outcome of the mission currently. I think that's based on like how we leverage the mission results. And I think that's like a thing for afterwards.
Yeah, I think blowing up their secret lair is a pretty good threat.
Does the plan's detail expose any vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I would say a secret door into the bowels of the bridge is a pretty vulnerable spot.
Yeah.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I'm going to say that they specifically are people who make bridges good, right? And things like that. Like,
that's fair.
Trying to blow up a building made by the Foundation, I think, is hard.
It's legit.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I have a contact who is a master architect who might be able to supply us with plans.
Perfect.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Also, where to place the bombs exactly. Chuck.
Unfortunately, though, I have an enemy or rival who's probably interfering.
Yeah.
Which is Valeris, a spy. Which what was the comment? Strangford's little pet. But then my dad hates Roland Watts. So
your dad hates these people in general. They're not going to be in your way.
Yeah. Excellent. Great. Wonderful.
Amazing.
Are there any other elements that I want to consider? Yes, they're way higher tier than you. You lose a dice for that.
Well, yeah, and also generally there is a note that engagement rolls in Brightstone should be at -1 die. Because, it's Brightstone, there's more...
Yeah, okay, so let's just, hold on, make that the bonus one. So you've got 2.
Yep.
Who would like to roll it?
I think a D should roll.
I agree.
All right, let me roll.
The bombers roll.
Roll. Oh, is there an engagement roll somewhere?
There's an engagement roll button on the crew sheet, yeah.
That's on the crew sheet. That's where it is. All right. Roll engagement, 2 die. Submit.
Heck yeah!
We're so good at this.
We're good at blowing things up. Cool. So everyone is asleep then.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one, you crack open the door to that pillar. There's no one in there. Because it's not a meeting day for the secret society.
Whew.
There's no one around. And I think even a D, I think you can probably just tinker the locks. I don't think I'm going to make you roll for that for a controlled, right?
Amazing.
So we're already in and there's no one there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty great place to start.
That is a great place to start.
I would like to flash back.
Okay.
And I think what this looks like, right, is the locks are open. We're looking at, there's a staircase going up. There's a staircase going down. What now? And I would like to suggest a flashback. I don't know that I'm necessarily the person who would do it. But we do have that book, all presumably about the Foundation.
Yeah, it's.
I think if someone wanted to flashback to studying the book, I feel like that would be a thing that might be worth doing.
I think I'd like to flash back to studying the book, but taking it to see August, my contact, who is a master architect. And
yes.
Yeah,
that's good. That's very
sure. So what's your intention? What do you want to get out of it?
Information about where to go once we're inside the Foundations and where to put the bombs to make the best effect.
Cool. So that sounds like a study. And it sounds like I feel like a 1 stress flashback.
Would you say it's a study or would you say it's a consort because I'm getting advice from an architect who knows this?
Look, you make the choice.
I think I'm not trying to figure it out for myself. I feel like I'm going to somebody else and getting them to tell me. And because they're my contact and I'm using that contact, I think it's a consort.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
I think there's a case to be made that it's 0 stress. An ordinary action for which you had easy opportunity.
Okay,
it doesn't sound complex or unlikely.
It doesn't sound okay, so yeah. So
I just think there is an action. I just think it has to be rolled.
Yep. But yeah, we need to roll for it. Yep. Position this one is controlled.
Yep.
Nice.
And effect.
You want to know about limited to start with, because this is a ledger of people coming and going, not necessarily. So by default, it's limited.
Okay.
I have a devil's bargain.
Yes.
The devil's bargain is that we start a 4-tick clock, and the clock is called the Foundation pays a visit. Because he may not be a member of the Foundation, but they sure as fuck are keeping tabs on all of the other, talented architects in the city.
Yep.
And they're not gonna, fail to put this together. So, we start a 4-tick clock and we put, 1 tick on it.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
And if it feels, he gets moided.
I mean...
He gets bricked up in a wall.
Yeah. Yep.
In a wall of his own designing.
You know what? I think I'm just going to push myself. I'm not going to.
Not going to risk it. Okay.
Push myself.
Yeah.
I have no stress. I'm free as a bird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unstable as fuck, but I'm free as a bird.
But you could take it and then push yourself for improved effect.
That's
Putting
true.
It out there.
I could do that. Ooh, maybe I should do that. Fuck it. Let's go.
Fuck him.
Let's do that.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
All right. Cool. Yep.
Cool.
All
right.
I'll set that clock up.
Thank you. So controlled, standard, push myself for an extra die. Oh no, devil's bargain for the extra die, push myself for the extra effect. 5.
All right, so I'm just going to give you an extra tick on the clock.
Oh.
So I'm just going to be we're going to start it at 2 out of 4.
Sounds good.
Those Foundation members act quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The walls have ears. Cool. But it means that you have a pretty good yes, okay, cool. So we got standard effect. You know where the Foundation pays a visit 2 out of 4. Just make sure I've got that. You know where the load bearing points of the bridge are.
Nice.
And you also know where the treasure room is and the meeting room.
Ha 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 ha.
So,
I love it.
You know where those things are as well.
Okay, so first things first, let's go get the treasure.
Well, surely we should set everything up so that all we can do when we grab the treasure is run out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, I think.
That is fair.
Otherwise, we have to carry the treasure while we set up the bombs, which is
Not
That's true.
advisable.
That's true. I'll take that.
So let's head to those load bearing points.
Yeah. So you're heading. You head up the stairs and into the body of the bridge. It's and curling around through the spiral staircase and then into this this almost like catacomb of I feel like what's your character's name, Luke? Sorry.
Thistle?
I feel like Thistle needs to duck a lot.
Yes.
Because it's all really low hanging and it's wet. The stone is all kind of has condensation on it and all this sort of things. So you and you're heading through and let's you find the area that is is the load bearing points but as you're doing so, I think someone trips over something soft that then says hey, watch it.
So at this point, I would like to reveal that I'm wearing my robe.
Okay.
That I took with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tick subterfuge supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say that I am doing the same and click my find cover identity.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, yeah.
And I'm going to hide behind you two and try to get the bomb set up.
Yeah, so this
because you're in weird flappy robes, right? So a D's under the back of the robe.
We look like I normally look for this game.
Yeah. So you this sooty faced homeless person, looks up at you from the ground and it's like, sorry, sir, miss, I'll go, and scampers off and you and you hear them be like, you hear them like yell into the darkness, something like, then folks in the robes are back. Everyone quiet. Don't want to make any trouble. And like, yeah, they disappear off into off, and like, and you hear talking, like a little bit of muttering in the dark in the corners.
I like turn to like, I give Nightfall the meaningful PC eye language. Like, do you want to handle this or will I? Like, what's the plan here?
Just let him go.
I mean, it sounds like they're not leaving. They're just like,
yeah, they live here.
Yeah, they're just gonna like hide in the corners. And we kind of, well,
This is Nightfall.
Thistle doesn't care,
Yeah,
but we maybe should get them out of here.
I'm betting
Yes,
Nightfall
I do agree.
cares.
Yeah, Nightfall very much cares.
Yeah, so do you want to lie to them or should I threaten them?
Or just command them to leave. It's an evacuation.
Yeah. So I'm going to take off my robe. And go out the way that I saw them leave.
Yeah, it's in the same area, right? There's
It's like big.
it's catacombs. There's like lots and lots of archways and things holding up this would all be like where the stormwater would all run through to get off the bridge when it rains.
Okay. And where are we? Where
So
it's the big bridge.
It's
Is
the
it that
big bridge across the Ironhook
cool.
channel. So it's
So what I'm gonna do
right,
is I'm gonna
Isn't it the one that goes to Brightstone or is it this big one here?
It's the one that goes between Brightstone and White Crown.
Ah, gotcha. Yep, cool. I'm gonna add a little to them.
excellent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the guy that we tripped over, if I can see where he went.
Yeah.
And is he standing, sitting?
You follow him into like a little like a little like space for like a few families of like homeless folks who have like set up with rags and things to create like a bit of a temporary living space.
Yeah. Okay. So if he sits back down or whatever, or if he whatever, I'm gonna like squat down to his level, or just so that I'm on his level, depending on where he ends up.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna say, hey, you don't want to be here with what's about to happen. I'm not going to give you more than that, but just know that you don't want to be here. So what I want you to do is I want you to gather your family and the families that you know where they are in here, and I'm going to give him the directions to our safe house.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so he's let's get that roll.
We're never going to be able to roll to get the hidden upgrade now.
No.
Our safe house, right? Like the clerk's office.
safe house,
Oh,
not
right,
lair.
the clerk's office.
Not our lair, to the
That's a
clerk's
good
office.
plan.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
That's what I want to do.
Sounds good.
Because that's kind of close to where we are.
Yeah, it's not that far, too.
Yeah. So would you say that that's... Would you say that sway? Because I'm using...
It's your choice.
Yeah, no. I just... Confirmation that sway would be an alright way to go, or any other...
I think that makes sense.
Sway with charm, with logic. I think that's right.
Okay. What position?
I think this is controlled. There's not a lot
Effect?
of like the worst possible like thing here is they don't do it, right?
Yeah.
Effect standard. They're probably going to do it. It's not like it's not like limited.
Okay.
It's not great. So
you know what? I'm just gonna push myself again for an extra die. Why not? What the
go
fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so they definitely there's definitely like a thing of like he's like all right, sure, we'll head out, but he's like, we'll head out, but I think think I'm just gonna add some heat, right? Like there was like they're not gonna turn you in, but at the same time, people are gonna see like a little bit of extra activity.
I do.
And also, like, the collection of homeless people who are moving
out.
Yeah, right.
I do.
People will notice these things.
I do have also a suggestion,
Uh-huh.
which is I really like the idea at some point of starting a clock for Nightfall to develop a reputation as a soft touch. Because
I don't think that's here, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like saying, like at some point, I would like to see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Actually, no. I'm gonna start my own clock, which is like
The police take notice. Oh, the
y'all are
bloopers.
taking too. Is y'all taking too long? Right? The foundation, like
Oh yeah,
people
it
showing
is
up
meeting
here.
day. It is
Yeah.
meeting day. It's just not for another hour.
Yeah, meeting day starts.
But we need to give them at least like 40 minutes to clear out.
No,
So,
we
all
don't.
right.
And then we have to get treasure. Oh man.
Meeting day starts is a clock that has begun.
We put down the bombs, we grab the stuff, and we go, and
Yeah,
then
so-
we can detonate from somewhere else, and that gives them the time to clear out. So
It's
they don't
true.
need to find us here.
But
Yeah.
I do need to roll my tinkerer as I'm setting up the bombs now to
Uh-huh.
discover how good they will actually
Let's
explode.
see how good your bombs are.
Well, I think that. I mean, there's two things there. Like, one is tinker to set up the bombs and not detonate them right now, and we all die horribly.
Mhm.
And also, still at some point, I think we're going to need a flashback to like, how good are the bombs?
Making them in the
Just
first place.
overall.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be part of the rec roll? Or is that a different?
Yeah, I think that makes
Yeah, that
sense.
may well be a
I
record.
like
at
the
the end.
I like the idea of just of like not needing to flashback because it's like because it is the outcome of this tinker and that
Yep.
wreck.
Mm.
Cool.
But I will roll the tinker because I'm at ease, like crouched over,
You're setting us up the bomb.
setting up the bombs there. Position effect.
Pff. I mean, it's risky.
Yeah.
Yup.
Actually, let me look at the thing because potential. I mean, it's desperate, right? There is the like because the potential outcomes
Yeah.
are.
I guess it depends on how
Yeah. Risk is
Good
very
her-
high.
Good
Goes
the
up.
desperate
design
three.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think this is desperate. And I think it's desperate great straight off the bat.
I
Okay.
would like to help.
Yeah.
And how I do that is.
I propose that instead of it being a help, it's a group action. And what I think that looks like is that as a group prior to coming here, we were
Oh,
with
I
the
see.
D when she set up, like when she created the bombs and she
Yep.
taught us.
And
what-
we did say everyone was had some of the load, so we're all like,
We're all carrying it.
Setting
We're
up
all helping
together?
set it up. We're all.
My
Keeping
only
an eye on
concern
each other.
there is I genuinely think, because I don't have any tinker, and I suspect, Alana, you don't have any tinker. Like, mathematically, I think we are actually better off just helping a D.
That's fair.
So, okay. So what this looks like is I am going to tick my spyglass.
Mhm.
So I'm carrying that too.
Uh-huh.
I'm already at 4 of 6. This is fine. And I think I've got, like, I'm holding my spyglass steady so a D can see, like, really precisely exactly what it is she's doing.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good.
Is it only one bonus die, or if I use my fine tinkering tools, does a fine add?
Fine upgrades the effect.
So then it would be extreme.
Yes.
Yes.
What's extreme effect?
Extreme.
Like great, but even better.
Yeah.
Like bigger
And-
than great.
And
The
then
best-
when you get a crit, we're going to invent a new level of effect.
And we all die right now.
Well, actually, so, question.
every rich person in the city dies,
That's a
and
good
we are
point.
somehow fine.
Question, Ash. Given that we're in a context where effect is already as great as it can be,
Mm.
does it make sense for fine tinkering tools to reduce the risk?
I don't think it
'Cause
does.
we have
I think
exactly the equipment we need.
I think I'll give you an extra die for it. Right?
Okay.
I know I'm drifting,
Yeah.
but the reason for that is that I don't think that these explosives, like the explosives are designed to blow up the bridge. I
Yeah.
don't think it can be not desperate.
Yeah.
In the situation of
It can be if they, I guess, been made with the tools that mean that it's not as like if you make them in a certain way, maybe it's not as risky. It's less likely that they just accidentally go off if you've made
that,
them.
well,
Really.
less likely that it actually accidentally goes off is an extra die, right? That's mechanically what happens.
Yeah. When you with the extra die.
So that's why I'm thinking that in this
Yeah.
situation, I'm happy to drift and give you an extra die.
So I'll roll with 2 bonus die.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll that now. I'm rolling with 4 die.
Would you like a devil's bargain?
But I can't get an extra die with a devil's bargain.
I mean,
Right.
Ash's.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
devil's
well, yeah,
bargain.
here's the question: Does Ash's new die occupy the slot?
I don't think
Yeah,
I
I
want to
think
throw. I think that's in
Yeah.
the same place as
I think that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll roll it. If it goes badly, we'll try to jump into the water.
Try to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we'll all die and make new characters. Fine.
I mean, I don't know about you. I'll just start playing Bell again. It'll be fine.
I can just play Tasselin. He's back. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. We've got backup PCs. Adi can play Adi's grandma. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
we're
good.
done. We're good. We're sorted.
honestly,
All right.
this sounds like a better, a cooler crew anyway.
Yeah. Corin
Corin comes back and it's like, what's happening?
It's like, what happened?
And Grandma's like that. The silly children
Oh,
got themselves.
sweet
Oh, there we go.
No one
6.
wants. No one wants to put me in charge of
Yes.
Tasselin's coming
I
about.
rolled a 6
No, we got a 6. Excellent.
and 2 1s, but still.
What does the expertise porn look like for this? Right, like
Yeah.
what does it look like when we get like the like cool hacker like montage of the
So D is like, he's like trying to like squint at something, and then the spyglass comes into like the woof,
Yeah.
and you're like, woof, and just like,
Yeah, it comes into focus.
yeah, and then it's like blurry, and then it focuses, and then you see like all of the wires like line up correctly, and it's like she like sinks it down, and then she's like pulls her gloves and snaps them off, and she's like pulls them up and throws them out the side. It's like, that's all we're gonna need to do today. Job well done.
Yeah. I love the idea too that it's like you're like pliers, and then like I'm holding the spyglass, rock steady in one hand, and the other just fetching you tools.
yeah. Adi, what's the trigger mechanism?
So the trigger mechanism is I'm gonna say it's like some sort of spark craft thing that we like dreamed up. And we have to roll out, like it's kind of like, you roll out the wire and then with a little detonating button at the end of it, essentially.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to roll this thing out with us, which is a bit more conspicuous, but then we can get far enough. Like we've got a whole bunch of it wound up in like a little carry case.
Yep.
That's how we're gonna detonate it.
Cool.
Sounds good.
And so is that like, Ash, if we imagine this as a clock, is that like 2 of 6 segments on like set up the bombs?
I think it's like 2 of 4.
Or
Set up.
Or,
Oh,
yeah,
2 of
cool.
4.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we need to put them like one other place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right.
Oh yeah. So, no, yeah, 6 makes sense because it needs to be another place and then the rolling out. But I think that's
Yeah.
that's the rolling out is not necessarily Tinker. I think that's something else.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So you've got the bombs set up for like one half of
This pillar.
for
There's
this
like
pillar.
2 big
There's
pillars.
one more pillar that you need to that you need to set up. You know that the problem with that is that like there's like I think you head towards it, right? And there's just a drop down to the water below, right? There's just a gap in the floor. And there's 100% like, and it's what 30 something feet across this gap, and like down below you can see the black inky North Hook channel with the like the stars in the water, and like we hear the like whipping wind as it like howls through, and you can see that there's this like, it hasn't been used in centuries. There's like a little like what's the word I want, like a dumbwaiter, but like one that goes horizontally as like a bit of like bit of wood, like a little thing of wood, some ropes, and then like 2 pulleys, and that's the way that like it used to. They used like when they were constructing it, this is what they used to like get across and stuff. But no one's fucked with this in forever.
Man.
Oh, so I'd like to do a flashback. So we flash back, and we like cut really hard into like this poor goon on the table. He's got like a black eye, and he's like spits out a mouthful of blood, and the snake is like wrapped around his neck now, and is just like licking his cheek. And I just have like a handful of his shirt. I'm like, all right, so this pillar, and then the next pillar. All right, I understand. And how the fuck do y'all get between the two?
Yeah, right. His answer is they don't. The only people who go across there are the people trying to get to the treasure room, and that's not been, and no one's gone there forever. Right. So I'm gonna zoom in on the bridge, right, and I'm gonna like give you a bit more of a
bridge zoom.
So I'm just gonna use like drawing tools. So we got 1 pillar, 2 pillars. There's the channel between them running down the thing. There's the place. There's the stairs that you came up, and then over here, and then that's also where the meeting room is. M for meeting room, and then over here. Right near, on the edge of the bridge near the governor's stronghold, is the treasure room. Oh wait, that's not drawing. Why is that not drawing? Freehand. There we go. That's where the like treasure room is. So like it's on that side of the right. If that's where things are compared to the thing. So it specifically has the gap in between as like a it's hard to get to the treasure room.
Oh, cool. In that case, I got a simpler solution to this. It's also a flashback.
Okay.
It's really sad. Yeah. So I think we see Thistle like on the bridge, and it's like the middle of the day, in as much as the middle of the day means anything in Duskfall. And I think like on the bridge, like in addition to all of these like rich fancy fucks, right, like shopping at their fancy shops and all that, there are like a bunch of like people like panhandling, right? Like there's a place where a bunch of rich people hang out. This is a good place to try and beg for charity. And I think we just see Thistle like flick a coin into the hat of like a little like orphan, like not quite a kid, but like, you know, probably like 14 or so.
Yeah.
It's like scrappy, stringy looking kind of like kid.
I can see where this is going and I hate it.
Yep. Yeah, and she's just like, you look like the enterprising sort who could do with an opportunity to get a leg up in this world.
Yep, and the kid,
and like,
the kid like looks down at their like stump leg and is like, "Yeah."
I mean, if the kid is not like capable of climbing, then like,
oh no, he's got like a peg leg.
Oh, in that case,
he's great, man. He's ready to go.
In that case, he's fine. Yeah, and she like drops down onto her haunches and she like smiles at him, and it's this like horrible. It's like that thing that chimpanzees do where they look like they're smiling, but actually they're just baring their teeth. And she says, and of course, if you're not interested in it, it will not go well for you.
The kid like looks at some other injury that he has and is like,
There's a little matter of a gap I need bridging. And I think we just like ... out on that. But yes, I think I threatened a child into climbing across the gap and running a rope.
You're actually the worst.
This character is not a good person.
No.
Yeah, all right. So I think that's a 2 stress flashback to like as far as because it's quite
Special opportunities or contingencies?
yeah, I think that makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
But at the same time, like I don't think you need I don't think there needs to be a roll for it.
Yep, works for me.
So yeah, they've run a so where have they run a rope?
Like just between the two pillars.
Yeah, sure, right.
Like this kid crawled along the roof.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. I
And
mean like
tied a rope.
That is fucked.
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, there were railings and that stuff, like how they used to get this. There was probably a little
Yeah, it's just the
Structure.
rope that
Stop
has
trying to
been
make
that
it
he
better.
could go
Stop
through.
trying to make it better. This is a bad thing. I did a
yeah,
bad thing.
we've now got a rope that isn't a century at least old, right? Like holding the whole thing together. So yeah, there's like you come across the thing and we get the shot of everyone being like looking at the like rickety ancient thing and being like, nah, and then
And I like twang the rope.
and then Thistle being like, over here, right? Like
Yeah, I just like thrum it and we hear the like twang as it vibrates.
yeah, cool. So yeah, there is a rope across the gap.
I'm just gonna climb across it.
Yeah, cool, excellent. It sounds like this like. Is it just one
Is,
person?
is this a group action to
Sounds like
climb
a group
across
action
together?
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
works for me.
Because
Prowl?
it's pardon.
Are we prowling team?
That sounds right to me, but yeah.
Yep. Yep. Traversing
Uh,
obstacles.
Yep.
Who wants to be team captain?
I can
I'm happy to
lead.
be.
Okay, you should lead, and then I'll use all my stress setting up the next bomb.
Yeah. So this is risky.
I'm keen to lead.
And standard is getting across the thing.
Yep.
And I love this too because like we have to unwind a bunch of the wire from the previous bomb. So there's a big loose tangle of it on the ground before a D clambers across.
Mhm. Yep.
Gotta keep organized.
All right, let's do it. Risky standard.
That's 1 failure. That's 1 success at a cost.
I did
So
it.
one stress.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So
I did it.
Woohoo!
I
I can't believe I rolled a 4 on a. I have
I'm
0
so
dots in
I'm
that.
so proud of you.
All right, so this one's risky, and it's 4 or 5. It takes you time. It takes
Slow.
yeah, it's slow. Meeting day starts is now 2 out of 4.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I think in the distance, I think like outside, like we cut away to like a carriage full of Foundation members, all like, you know, on their way to the meeting, you know, and so they're having a little talk amongst themselves about you know, oh how is I heard that that you made a new acquisition for your wine collection and all that sort of like,
Please
No.
let Roland Watts be
Yeah,
there.
if we time this right, we
I
can
know.
kill a bunch.
This could be so good.
Ugh.
But yeah, I think a D like sort of like trails her hand on one of the old walls and then sort of like has a moment of like, are we really gonna do this? Take all of this down?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, and she's like, mm.
It might be history, but it's pretty shitty history.
Yeah, and I think that's what tips her over the edge. Like, yeah,
yeah.
probably all of like the underlings had to, you know, all the poor people had to.
Yeah, how many
build
people do
this
you think
bridge.
died making the damn
Yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Finally sets their souls free. All right, I'm gonna tinker, and then so D does the second tinker at this point.
All right, let's see what that one is.
While this happens, I am slipping away.
So it would be it was I assume it's the same desperate.
Desperate great
Great.
skill. Yeah.
And then I would push myself for the extra die.
Yep, and you have an extra die
And
for
for the
your fancy
tinkering.
tools. Yeah. Very nice.
Ah! Phew.
You are good at
Amazing.
this.
Still good.
So
Still
good
got
tonight.
it.
So good.
Yeah.
Nicely done. So, yeah, we see you like pulling the wire taut so that will like, you know, do its job properly and
Mm.
all that sort of stuff, and putting the bomb together. What you Thistle disappeared?
Yeah, so I'm headed off, not to the treasury, but to the meeting room.
The meeting room is on the first side of the thing.
Ah,
The other side of the rope.
so it is. I had forgotten. All right, never mind that.
Redcon.
All right, cool.
Yeah, are those literally the only 3 rooms, or are there other?
No, there's heaps of other rooms around.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah. What I want to do is while the 2 of them are setting up the bomb, which is presumably going to take a little
It's just
while.
that you don't know what the other things do, right? Like you just know what those 2 rooms are for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have I'm just gonna hang out.
Yeah, just go for a sticky beak.
Yeah, I think we just see Thistle come around a corner, and yeah, she's just like got her thumbs like hooked in her suspenders, and she's just like swaggering along. Yeah, just like peeking in the rooms and having a bit of a look around. And what I'm looking for is like smugglables.
Right.
Right? Like shit here that the Foundation own that is like unusual and that we might then be able to sell on.
Cool. What action do you think you're using?
I think this is survey.
That makes sense to me.
Um
This is definitely risky.
Yeah, I think that's fair. What is my effect?
I think it's standard. I think this is risky standard.
This may be me pushing a little, but I'm gonna try anyway. My pet is a cohort.
Yeah.
He's an expert hunter.
Right.
We are hunting for things.
You are hunting for things. I see.
And Needle is quality 2.
All right, let me have a
Like
look.
Needle's a pretty high quality viper eel.
Yep.
And they've been known to sniff out
So
Yeah,
you're,
right.
you're
strange
angling
occult objects.
for great.
Yeah, angling for great.
Let me have a look and see what I can do for you.
Yep.
I think that makes sense.
Cool. I did it. Yay. And then I am going to if anyone has a devil's bargain, I'm willing to entertain one. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to push myself.
No, because the devil's bargain I've already put into. I mean, there's a devil's bargain in that, like, I can tick up that clock again, because then it's based on you taking more time than it takes a D to set up the bombs.
I think I'm just gonna tick up.
Sure.
All right. So this is survey. It is risky. Great. I have 1 bonus die. Boop boop.
Look at all of this liquor.
Ho 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 ho!
It's not
That's so
banned.
flammable.
It's just, it's really old. Like, it's been here for as long as, since at least the last person had crossed the gap, right?
Yeah, this is like a Scotch 80 or something
Yeah,
like ridiculous.
right. It's something ridiculous. This really, really old, very, very well, and like it's crates of the stuff.
God.
Right? Like, yeah, 100%.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you
no,
like,
this is bad.
So like this, it's 100% a thing of like, you like find this storeroom and you like rattle the door, right? And you like open it and something like shoots out past your head and you like duck to the side. And there's these like metal saw blades that have like embedded into the wall behind you. And then yeah, you head in and you find this stockpile of
Jesus, yeah,
of like old like I suppose bourbon isn't a thing in this world, but like the equivalent, and like whiskey of some kind, and like probably also a small stockpile of guns.
Well,
Like it's like the guns, like 5 or 6 guns that would have been used for protecting the whiskey.
That makes perfect sense. How high up in the air would you say we are? Like, are we still in the pillar or are we in the bridge now?
You're in the bridge. Let me have a look. I can look this up for you because
Yeah. So like, I mean, but like an absolute, like, there's no way in the world we're more than like 30 meters.
let me look.
Because like, back in the day.
Yeah, what's the height of the? Yeah, it's probably not more than 30 meters. No.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
like,
no way. Yeah, because it's only.
yeah, like this is pre-industrial architecture,
Yeah.
and you can only get a bridge so high.
Thinking of climbing down with it.
Now I've got a better plan.
Just
I
push it off.
know what the plan is. Yeah.
I've got a better plan.
Don't you wish you had a ghost key?
I do. I really wish I had a ghost key right now. So here is. So
But we are good at smuggling things, so
Yeah,
you
so
needed smuggling gear.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
are.
So I would like to flash back.
It's
I would like to have-
42 meters is the answer actually.
All right. I can work with that. I would like to do a flashback to the same kid as before.
Okay.
And so this is this is afterwards, right? Like this is like I'm just like on the bridge, like admiring a statue. I'm on the bridge looking at a statue of a past Strangford, and I just like spit off the bridge. And then the kid like comes running up, having completed the job I gave them.
Running.
Miss Strangford.
Well, yeah. And I just turn and look at them like
I fixed
cold
the,
and deadly.
Yeah, I fixed the thing like you said. It's good and tight. Don't worry.
Call me Thistle Boy.
Thistle Boy, I
Since-
fixed the thing for you.
Since you did such a mighty fine job,
Please don't kill the kid. I love the kid.
and I believe in encouraging your kind of enterprise, would you be interested in doing another job for me? This one with some more payment attached.
What do you know about at this moment that could that could possibly require my help?
Well, here's the thing. So the thing, well, because here's the thing, right? Like, I think Thistle's plan was always, and part of this is we're going to find a bunch of treasure.
Yes.
And presumably we are not going to have time to carry it all the way through the
Right,
labyrinth
yep.
and passages. And so the kid is in a rowboat under the gap. And I'm just going to lower it all down by rope. Which is like,
yeah. So Aldo
which
is
is quicker at least,
yeah. So
right? Like,
Aldo is like, I can row a boat, but please don't drop heavy treasure on my head.
do not worry, boy. I will make sure that the rope is long enough, and you will then untie the rope, and so on and so forth. We will go, and because I do like you, I will pay half in advance. And I think she fishes into her pocket and pulls out some of the coins she got from the guy.
The guy.
Reincorporation,
I love
kid.
it.
This is how you
Perfect.
do it. Yeah, and so she
Cool.
like drops, and it's probably like more money than this kid has ever seen in his life before.
No, it's
In one
not.
place.
I mean,
In
like,
one
it's,
place at one
It's
time.
pocket change.
He's an orphan
yes,
who
one
begs for
that
change.
he steals people's wallets all the time.
Like, that's fair. Okay, if he's a pickpocket, that's fair.
Yeah.
He's also like a really pathetic looking, like injured boy who sits on a bridge and
That's
begs
true.
for money.
Who's he played by?
I'm gonna drop in and say that should we use our? We actually have a boat, so presumably it's our boat. But
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
our-
assume
it's our boat, right?
boat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Is
Because it also
he
has
played
edges.
By the poor sad boy who went to the Upside Down.
Oh.
Dear. Oh bless.
Whatever his name is.
That boy.
Will from.
Yeah, that boy.
I'm just googling him.
Yeah,
wanna
the
go.
whatever that actor's name is.
Or
we'd have
like
to-
the dude who plays like the main boy. Like I'm picturing like
Oh yeah, Finn Wolfhard.
yeah. I'm picturing more him.
See, I wasn't picturing this kid as being white.
That makes sense.
I'm thinking. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. Give me a second.
It's also important acquisition to the crew at later point.
Yeah, this is Alana's new character.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's one of the kids from Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yes. Awesome.
Whatever his name was. Anyway.
But yeah, and so she drops this like stack of coins into his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and we like come back to the present moment as she carrying like one of these big crates full of whiskey, with like a couple of guns piled on top of it, like staggers down the corridor. And then back out to like the open bit, and like looks down and sees the boat down there and like nods like good, and then pulls off her jacket, and I'm gonna spend my last two load on climbing gear,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me, how's it described? It gives me 2 ropes, which I have tied.
So many ropes.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna tie them
Y'all
together.
could go in a dungeon.
Yeah, it gives me, where are we? A large coil of rope and a small coil of rope.
Oh, great. Excellent.
And a climbing harness. And so I think she's like taught. Yeah, so she takes off the jacket and underneath, and then takes off the shirt as well. And we can see that like just wrapped around her torso underneath is just all of these loops of rope. And so she just starts like uncoiling the rope.
Just looks
And
like the Michelin Man under there, but it's all rope.
Yeah. And then, like ties the ropes, like splices the ropes together, and then like uses the harness as the basis for the like strapping the chest in there bit. And then, just like sets up on the edge of it and just starts like lowering it hand over hand down to this kid. And I would like to make a roll to like offload as much of this bounty as I can.
Yeah.
What role is
like,
that?
I feel like this is prowl.
Prowl or finesse or no?
Because it's like prowl is your like climb, swim, jump.
Yeah, like
right,
traverse.
like, your
Yeah,
physical
that's
shit.
right.
Yep.
And like this is like a like it's and so we see like all of her like wiry like muscle and all the like sinews.
You're
and the
belaying
tendons, like standing out on her arms as she's like lowering it down. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's see what this
get us
definitely
the
risky.
treasure.
What is my position and effect?
Definitely risky limited.
That sounds reasonable. Does anyone have a devil's bargain for me?
I mean, I'm offering ticking up the thing again because again, the amount of time being taken.
I'm just imagining the kid taking off with the stuff.
That's not a devil's
money
bargain because
than-
it's
Because that takes away the effect of the roll.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
it has to be like a kind of a side thing.
Yeah.
If the rest of the crew is down with it, I'm okay with that.
With some extra heat, with the extra.
Yeah, I'm
time
okay
tick.
if it takes us to 1 tick left.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously,
Sure.
I want to get you two on board with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm good with that.
All right, so I will take that devil's bargain.
Mhm.
Ash, I would like to trade position for effect.
Okay.
And I think what this looks like plain and simply, is just that I'm like overloading.
Yeah.
I'm overloading the roll. Like I'm sending 2 things down at a time because otherwise we're not gonna otherwise it's just we don't have
Takes
time.
too long.
We just have to hurry.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, so that's desperate and standard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I've got the devil's bargain for +1 die, and then I'm gonna push myself to great.
Yep.
Because I'm really going for it here.
Mm-hmm.
I really want this. Alright, so it's desperate. I get XP.
Yes, you do.
Great. With 1 bonus die.
Also, the actor's name is Ajaruddin Ismail. Wow. You pushed yourself to desperate, which means that I'm limited. Like, there's only so many things I can do as outcomes from that.
Oh, dear.
When it's desperate.
I know.
You remember the bit where the kid was like, "Please don't sink the boat, miss."
Yep.
Yeah, you sink the fucking boat.
Yeah, I would like to resist that.
Okay. Yeah. You want to resist it to just you drop a bunch of whiskey into the fucking wine dark sea?
I don't know that that's a resistance.
Well, that's downgrading it, right?
Well,
Here's
where I disagree. Because if the consequence is it lands on the boat and sinks the boat,
yes,
then resisting the part where it sinks the boat means it lands in the boat.
Okay. Okay. So the consequences here. Okay. Let's.
Like if there's multiple consequences,
this is
let's lay
multiple
them out,
consequences.
and then-
Okay.
yeah.
So the consequences are lose the boat, lose most of the whiskey. You can resist both of them. That's fine. You're
Yeah, I
welcome
know.
to do so.
I'm like, which one do I want to resist first?
If you don't have the boat, the whiskey is not an option.
Be aware of the fact that if you lose our boat, there are other consequences.
Like Nightfall will be grumpy.
Grumpy is an understatement.
Grumpy with knives and magic mushrooms.
She's unstable. Don't forget it.
I feel like Nightfall totally named our boat as well. Like there's a little cactus on the side of the boat. This has been growing there for a while.
Bodie McBoatface. Yeah, there is no whiskey without boat, but
I don't know that there's separate consequences if that's the case. Like if they are separate consequences, they must be independent if they are able to be resisted independently.
Well, so the thing is like harm, a consequence can be downgraded.
If you're saying they're
With the
two separate
resistance.
consequences and the whiskey is impossible without the boat, then they're not actually two separate consequences.
Yeah,
It's part of the one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in the same way that you can downgrade a harm to a lesser harm, I'm saying this is downgrading a consequence to a lesser consequence with a resistance roll. I'm like, this is a matter of like, what's the fiction here, and like this is I have to follow like desperate is like a severe consequence.
I just agree with Luke that can't be two different resistances if you can't.
Yeah, if one is required to do the other, then they're not. They're not two separate.
I'm happy for it to be not a separate consequence, but rather like a downgrading of one large consequence. Does that make sense?
What were you going to suggest, Luke, was the alternative?
Well, I feel like it's like, because it sounds more like this is like the boat sinks and the kid gets hurt are the consequences.
Right.
Because those are two separate things.
Yeah. Let me find resistance, because I just want to check up that I have got this,
exactly. We should all
I have got this worked out. Consequences again. Yep. Reduces the severity of a consequence. If you're going to suffer fatal harm, for example, or if you get a complication where you were sneaking into a manor or house, the GM was going to mark 3 ticks on the alert clock, should only mark 2. Resistance rolls don't often outright get you not the thing happening.
Yes, that is true.
So that's why I'm saying, like,
yeah, that makes sense. So like instead of the boat sinking, we're losing.
So I'm not saying you lose all of it. I'm just reducing the amount of cash I'm going to give you for the whiskey. Basically, I'm just saying you lose some of the whiskey instead of.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yep. So I will resist
the
boat.
One
sinking.
resistance roll, and it is to keep the boat and some of the whiskey. Not
not all of the whiskey falls in the sea.
Yep.
All right, this is great because I am at 8 of 9 stress.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do a resistance.
Great, excellent.
And
it's a new character, though.
Yeah, exactly, right. I'm going to take my first trauma.
I mean, they haven't got any trauma yet. Like, you got to fix that.
Yeah, exactly. I got to do this. Ash, what is the category of this?
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's either insight or prowess.
Let me find it again. Insight, deception, or understanding. I think it's prowess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Alright, cool.
because this is you moving too quickly, you doing a physical thing too quickly and fucking it up, right? It's slipping and missing and all of those sorts of things.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and so I think the shot we just get is yeah, she like she loses her footing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like actually no, so it's like the rope like slips through her like her hands are all getting all slippery.
Mm-hmm.
The rope slips. She like tightens her grip and it like catches with a jolt and she loses her footing and she like starts doing the slide up to the edge thing and like manages to like catch her feet in like the little channels between the bricks. And like all of her muscles go like taut with strain. She's just like desperately holding it there.
Yeah, and then it just goes like loose, right? Because this is the one that this is the like load where you put too much on, right? And it just
twang. Breaks the rope. Yeah,
and you just hear from
oh boy. So I trauma out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, that's okay. I'll take that.
From below, we hear Aldo be like we hear like sploosh and Aldo be like, well, drunk leviathans.
Yeah, and I think she's just like staring up at the ceiling, just like practically like hyperventilating.
Yep.
Yep. And that's where and I think we see her. It's 42 meters. I'm just trying to think about water surface tension.
They're in crates, so like I don't think they were just smashed.
I'm not thinking about the crates. I'm thinking about me.
Oh right. You could jump in safely.
And I think like that's.
But
what
if you fell, you'd fuck yourself up. But if you like pin drop in, you'd.
Yeah, and I think that's what me like.
If it were normal water, at least. I don't know what happens if you jump into the fucking North Hook Channel. Like,
yeah, I think that's what me bailing on a mission looks like, right? Like yeah. I'm like there. I'm like.
Do you totally like scramble after it and jump down?
No, I think I'm just like I'm like looking up the ceiling. I'm like breathing really hard. I'm like fuck. Like I'm done. I'm not going to be able to fight anyone like this. I don't know that I'm like in physical shape to like navigate all the way back through the bridge, especially with like a timer going. And so I just like roll myself off the edge, drop down, and then like swim the 2 meters over to the boat and just flop into it.
Oh my god. And we're like finishing the tinkering thing and there's like a real silence and then splash.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, and so yeah, she like claws her way up into the boat, flops in, and then just like looks at Aldo and it's just like
Aldo just passes you like one of the bottles of whiskey that he's opened.
She just takes it and she's like, take us home, boy.
Yeah, he's like, where's home?
Fuck me.
Is this orphan ours now?
If you feed him well enough, he'll come and stay.
I'm into it. It's like Stray Cat.
That's me. I'm done. I played hard. I played fast. My part in this story is done.
Let's take a break then, and we can cut back to the people who are like doing the mission. And we'll be back in a minute.